Tell me the truth. Have you ever thrown something away in your garden and thought to yourself, it's just one little thing? Oy. What if I told you there is no such thing as away? Every leaf, every branch, every plastic pot goes somewhere. Today, I'm going to challenge everything you think you know about garden waste. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you may reconsider the next thing you want to throw away. Oops. Stick around.
Let's start with the most obvious garden offender, plastic. Think about how many single plastic pots, plant labels, or fertilizer bags you've used. Now multiply that by every gardener in the country. Plastic doesn't biodegrade. It breaks into smaller pieces, polluting our soil, rivers, and oceans. It can even work its way up the food chain from the microscopic zooplankton that ingest microplastics, passing plastic-related toxins up the food chain to large organisms like tuna, which end up on our dinner plates. In a regenerative garden, we aim to eliminate this kind of waste. That means reusing what we can, refusing what we don't need, and finding better alternatives. Next up, chemical waste. Unused insecticides, fungicides, synthetic fertilizers. When these aren't disposed of properly, they can end up at landfills, or worse, leaching into the environment. Every time we overbuy or overapply, we risk harming more than just pests. We harm beneficial insects, microbes, and sometimes even ourselves. Did you know that over-fertilizing with synthetic nitrogen can actually harm the good guys in the soil, including worms? It can change the pH of our soil, and in time, kill it. So, in a regenerative garden, we want to be intentional. We only buy what we need, use it responsibly, and seek natural alternatives whenever possible. Now here's a big one. All that green waste. Dead-headed flowers, pruned branches, spent annuals, and mountains of leaves. In a traditional garden, this might get bagged up and sent to the curb. But in a regenerative garden, it stays right where it belongs. We call it chop and drop. Cut it down, let it fall, and let nature recycle it. These trimmings feed your soil, just like leaves and twigs feed the forest floor. Unless you're dealing with disease or pests, this stuff isn't waste, it's food. Of course, if you live in a fire-prone area, you might want to put those materials into a compost pile instead. Let's talk mulch versus compost, because they're not the same. Mulch is like a blanket. It protects the soil, retains moisture, and slowly feeds it over time. Leaves, wood chips, straw, it all works. Compost, on the other hand, is broken down organic matter that becomes rich, dark soil. It's more like a light fertilizer application. Some regenerative gardeners say you don't even need compost if you mulch well. But if you like things tidy, composting your plant waste is a great option. Composting is simpler than people think. You need greens, like food scraps and fresh plant clippings, and browns, like dry leaves, paper, or straw. Hot composting speeds things up but requires balance and turning. If you want to try hot composting, I recommend checking out the Berkeley method. Cold composting is slower but builds a richer web of life. Bacteria, fungi, nematodes, even insects. The best method for cold composting is what some like to call lazy composting. Just stack up what you've got and trust that it's going to break down given enough time. And here's my advice. Skip the fancy gadgets. compost right on the ground. Nature's been composting for millions of years. You don't need a $300 tumbler to join in.
Here's the truth. Waste is a human concept. In nature, everything becomes something else. A fallen leaf becomes soil. A rotting log becomes a home. Even our mistakes can become lessons. So if we want to become regenerative gardeners, we need to transform how we see waste in our gardens, in our homes, and yes, even in our lives. I guess I should probably recycle this. Regenerative gardening isn't just a practice, it's a perspective. And together, we can regenerate everything: our soil, ourselves, and even our future. If you found this helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more regenerative advice, and share this video with someone who still throws away their leaves. And remember, the world doesn't need more trash. It needs more gardeners like you. See you next time.